Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Schmattz Outdoors. I'm just getting going for the morning here on my second day of my scouting trip. I just pulled off at a little scenic byway thing as I'm crossing through the Badlands. I'm headed from the east side to the west side. I'm going to be scouting the west side today. And right over here, there's a herd of like 50 buffalo standing like in the parking lot of the scenic byway. But we'll just give you a quick, I thought I'd just give you a quick view of what I got to look at this morning. So it's pretty darn cool. We sneak over this way. It's pretty rugged country down there. Right, yeah, I know you probably ain't gonna be able to see, but right at the top of my finger there's actually a big bull buffalo standing down there. As I crossed this yesterday, I did see a giant bull elk as well, just along the interstate as I was driving through it. I went to one of the shows last night. Very good show. Highly recommend. But yeah, like I said, we're just getting going for the day. We're probably not going to show you a lot of spots like this because I won't be driving that deep into the Badlands today. We're hoping again to stay kind of on the edges of it where it kind of transitions from rugged country like this into the more farmland. So I'm out here scouting. I'm at one of the first spots. I know I kind of regretted driving as far as I did. I am literally like Montana. Some of these hills that you can see might even be in Montana. I'm only like 2 to 4 miles, I'm not real sure, in this exact spot. Montana is just right over there. So, but I ended up driving like basically the Badlands, like the rough stuff of the Badlands ended like 20 miles east of here. But I had this spot, or I had a bunch of spots out here scouted, so you know, and they looked like they're going to be good spots. I'm just getting to some of the first ones. They could be okay spots. You know, I probably end up spending like one day out here and just seeing what I see for animals, and then that might determine if I ever come back out here or, you know, come hunt again. But I'll kind of show you what I got. So I got this, it's a chunk of land open to public hunting here. I kind of apologize for the sun, but what there is like over here, like right down here, there's a little bit of open water. There's like a creek kind of winds through. It actually cuts across the road down here, and the road is actually tore out, so this road doesn't actually go through. There's actually a road closed sign right here. And then like over here, you probably can't see that good, but they're doing construction on that side. I'll just kind of pan you around. But one thing that I noticed, so I come driving down this road, you know, I thought, well, you know, a guy could set up kind of up here. This would be like the north side up there. I thought, well, a guy could kind of set up on the north side and call over this little river bottom and this, you know, kind of CRP grass. But the issue I have is this is just a big hill. It's hard to tell, but it just keeps going. I mean, you can see the hill here, obviously, but the road is just over that hill. Like there's nowhere to hide my truck. All the way along this whole side, my truck is gonna be wide open to this whole thing. So what there is over where this construction's going on over here, there's a lake over there, and there is a little road goes in there to like a landing and stuff. So I'd probably end up coming in from the other side. And because they're doing the construction over there, I can't really see where I can actually get to and where I can get to set up. But I'd probably end up setting up like on the other side of this riverbank over here someplace and calling, and hopefully anything that might be over in this area, you would kind of follow the river around and come over towards me. But ideally, like I said, I mean, I'd love to be like right at the foothill of one of these little humps right here, but So again, like I said, so you gotta have three things in my opinion. You gotta have cover, you gotta have food, and you gotta have a place to hide your truck. And on this side of this one, I have no spot to hide my truck at all. So I did notice though, I just happened to park right here. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that, but right, kind of cuts right next to this fence post right here. You can see there's actually a game trail runs, and it goes right over, and then it goes into kind of these little draws and stuff right over here. So I mean, the coyotes could actually be back up in these little hills and that brush too. So when a guy sets up here, you guys gonna have to make sure you can see pretty well 360 around you, because there's a good chance they could come in behind you and circle downwind of you here. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick look. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna video today, because I don't know again how well you can see it, but it is raining right here, and it's raining right over here, and that's kind of coming this direction, and it's also raining over this way. So we're gonna try and get as much stuff scouted today before that hits. I'll still be scouting. It's just gonna be hard to video anything for you guys, but all right. We'll probably mark a stand location somewhere on the other side of this thing, and we'll move on to the next spot. All right, guys, so I'm not making great progress. My map shows some of the roads go through, and they don't even get close to where I want to go. So there's actually been a handful of spots I had pre-marked using you know, the Onyx desktop version or whatever. You know, I'd mark them at home, and I thought, you know, so I would basically, I'm just coming and checking to see how they actually look in real life. But there's like half a dozen of them already now that I couldn't even get to. Some of them, I mean, you'd be talking almost 2 miles just of walking, or like 2 dirt track roads. In the wintertime, that may or may not be a good deal, just depending on how much snow they got. But you can kind of see behind me, like it's raining pretty good over this way. It does seem like it's kind of pushing by me, because it's blue sky this way. So they kind of like slid to the south. But so I'm going to kind of show you where I'm at here, or what I'm looking at. This whole section here, all of this, and pretty much everything you can see over this direction, all these hills and everything, are all open to public hunting. This fence line right here, this chunk here is not. So, you know, I would have to jump the fence here. But I had put a mark someplace, so I'd be setting like someplace over here by these trees. You know, that gets me 3/8 of a mile off the road, I bet. I mean, I would jump the fence here, and I'd kind of hug the hill like down just below these bushes, kind of over to those, just so I'm not skylining myself. But I feel like I probably could call into this draw, or the one that I had my pin marked by. I probably would get to the farther one out there, because it looks like it's got the most brush. Again, I've mentioned yesterday that like I'm not super huge fan of like the super rough country, but this has one thing going for it that some of the other country has not. We'll just quick walk over here. This pasture here, like I said, I can't hunt. There's a no hunting sign right here. Has actually been pastured. So you can see like there's almost no grass out there. So if there's no grass, there's going to be no rabbits, fewer moles and that type of stuff. This side, which is the side that has public hunting, has not been pastured at all. And this all these hillsides out here do not look like they have been pastured this year. And I don't know, at the end of August here, if they ain't been pastured by now, I kind of doubt they will be. And if they are, they're not going to eat. The grass is really kind of brown and dead already looking, because they've been in a drought out here. I doubt they're going to throw any pasture or any cows in here. So that actually gives this an added bonus above having all the nice brush and everything in these draws. So again, I just wanted to kind of show you. Obviously I wouldn't park my truck right here on the corner. I'd probably like right up here, there's actually an approach kind of going into this abandoned farmyard. I'd probably park there. The nice thing about getting the farther one out, I'd actually be hopefully pulling the coyotes like this direction out towards me, out of like, because the draws kind of come back and then go down this way. So I'm trying to pull the coyotes away from the road. So hopefully they wouldn't be necessary, they hopefully with these trees and everything, they won't notice my truck setting back over here. So, all right. That's all I wanted to show you. Like I said, we're going to show you more of kind of what I'm looking for, more so than what I'm not looking for. But today, trying to find country. I don't know, it's been, like I said, even a couple of the spots that I had marked that I did drive by just were not good. Like, they looked like they, on the satellite image, that they were going to be, just prairie grass, but they baled most of it this year. So, and I kind of think some of it is because of the drought. They opened up some of the actual CRP programs and stuff to be baled this year. So I kind of wonder if that ain't part of the case. But all right, on to the next spot. All right, guys, so I've been driving around a little bit. I've marked a few spots. I haven't been just blown away by anything I found yet, except for what I got here. This is kind of a neat spot. It was kind of funny. So back behind me, this road goes up over this hill and it runs east-west. And this road, I'm headed south on this road right now, or looking north, but my truck's headed south. And there's this little finger road off of here, and that other road is basically just driving along, and it looks like this. The land all looks like this. Well, there's absolutely nothing to hunt. There's no grass. The grass is literally down to nothing. There's one tree. Well, there's, and the coyotes could be up in these hills, don't get me wrong, but again, I'm looking for primo spots to hunt. I'm not looking for spots that there may be one coyote here every 2 weeks, and if you get lucky on the right day. I'm not looking for that spot. I'm looking for spots that there could be a coyote there every other day, or every day there'll be a coyote in that general area. That's the type of spots that I'm looking for. So it's kind of funny. I come over this hill, and this is what I can see. And the camera doesn't probably pick it up as good as it is, but what there's actually a little creek, I guess, runs down through the bottom of this, through all these trees and stuff in here. I'm facing south right now, so I would need a south wind to hunt this. And up here, I honestly don't have a lot. I would probably leave my truck parked up over the hill back there, and I don't know, come around, just pick a bush over here. I don't know if a guy would want to walk down, like right in front of me here. There's a couple of trees and then these hay bales. The guy'd have to do, I'm going to drive up here a little bit, and maybe I'll be able to find a good spot to just, mark a stand. But I feel like this, I'm back in here. I feel like most coyote hunters are going to overlook a spot like this. So I said, it's off on a little finger road that, I almost even just drove by it, because I'm like, oh, there ain't going to be nothing over there. So I feel like there could be a good chance there could be a coyote. And it's such a big area that literally, if I was sitting where I'm going, the coyotes could come from a half mile here all the way, and a half mile this way. You just never really know where they're going to come from. So all right, like I said, I'm gonna drive up here. We'll see if I can find, if these little trees right in front of me are the best spot, that's where I'll mark, and makes it easy to stand, so I'll just, walk right down this road set up by them trees. But either that, like I said, I'll get up along the edge of this bluff someplace. Probably if I was gonna set up, it'd be down there a little farther, and try and call, because there's more sage and stuff over this way, and down around the corner a little bit. So all right, we'll turn you guys on if I find anything else interesting. Alright guys, so I'm real close to being done today scouting. Unless I do a little bit tonight right before dark, we'll see what time it gets to be. But today's been kind of a waste. Several times today I drove, I would say, I don't know, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles down the road, just to, through country that I couldn't really see the kind of terrain and vegetation that I was looking for. So I was trying to be somewhat quick driving around, only to have the roads dead end out in the middle of nowhere. And then I ended up having to backtrack. So I feel like I wasted at least like 2 hours just on those 2 roads that I did that on. The nice thing is that's why I'm here right now. And I'm kind of scouting. I'm driving through a bunch of public land or private land right now, so I'm kind of watching, but I'm trying to make sure I stay on the road too. But anyway, so I'd rather waste a couple hours today than on a day that I'm out here hunting, and I'd really be upset then, because a couple hours, that's 2 stands for sure, if not 3 stands for me. Just depends on how far off the road I am, if I happen to get one, that type of stuff, but it's 2 stands for sure. But yeah, so basically mark those areas off as a big loss. I don't need to worry about going back there. But yeah, I probably, even the areas I have been scouting, like some of the spots that I e-scouted and I had pins, like a third of my pins, I ended up turning them black, like basically telling myself like, hey, these stands aren't worth going to. Some of them were like CRP grass areas, but the grass was like 8 inches tall. They are in a drought out in this area this year, so 8-inch tall grass, it could hide prey animals, but I don't know like if the coyotes, how well they're going to want to be there. And the grass is super sparse too, so again, like I actually marked off probably more areas to hunt than I actually marked good areas to hunt. I probably got maybe a third of the stand locations, good stand locations, as what I got yesterday, which is kind of sad, but again, it's the nature of what I'm doing here. I'm just glad, like I said, that I'm doing it today, wasting the time, now and end of August here, rather than wasting the time, when I'm out here actually hunting. So I don't know. I feel like I'm going to probably, if and when I come out here to hunt, I'm going to spend probably a majority of my time on the other side of the Badlands. I probably only got 3/4 of what I really wanted to get scout over there done yesterday. I mean, in every road I drove down, it seemed like there was just spot after spot of ideal spots to hunt. So, so many so that, some of them I have them marked, they're only a half a mile apart. I probably will not call them like that. If anything, I'll like make a trip through, call in on the way out, and then, however many hours later on my way back, maybe hit a couple of those other stands. But I won't make 2 stands in a row half mile apart. I want them like a full mile apart. But I did get some cool pictures today. I mean, I got into some super rough country again. Just the way the roads on this side of the river, this side of the Badlands, the roads are significantly more sparse. So one little loop is like 25 miles, and basically you just drive out. Well, you either turn around and come back. Well, by that point you already drove your 25 miles, so you could have I've just been driving through just to see what's there. But yeah, like I said, it's been kind of a rough day for scouting. We'll see, like I said, when we get I got just a little more to scout on my way there, but otherwise I just wanted to kind of sign off for the night. Again, this will be a little mini series. I plan on doing some more scouting tomorrow. It'll be probably less than today. It'll be probably on the other side of the Badlands again, so probably actually a little better area. But for now, we're going to say thanks for watching Schmattz Outdoors. Hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. If you like what I've been showing you on this trip, give me a thumbs up on this video. Make sure you go back and watch day 1 of this. Like I said, there's probably a little better explanation on day 1, like the type of country that I'm looking for, that type of stuff, and I show a little bit of some of the areas that I don't like, some of the areas I do. But yeah, go back and watch the last video. That'll kind of give you a little better clue as to what I'm looking for. And then stay tuned for the next video. That'll be hopefully like a day 3, and then I plan on probably adding a bunch of pictures onto the end of the video. I've been taking kind of some night, just sightseeing kind of videos or pictures when I've been driving around. So I'll probably throw a little collage of them at the end of the next video too. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on this next Schmattz Outdoors video. Alright guys, just a little bonus clip for you today. Just driving down the road, I seen something funny, and I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a glance. So I'm driving down the road, I came from that way, I'm headed this way, and there's this road sign right here. It's got a sign going this way and this way, but I don't know about you, but I don't really see a road. This is a cow path right here, and if I look this way, you can see the same cow path that goes right here and goes this way. So there's no crossing the roads, but yet there's a sign for a crossroads. Interesting.